Hello, today I'm here with Copyrighted, and this is a little MSI one-on-one action just to get to know Copy a little bit more, Like, for those of you who don't know him, Copy's a content creator, he's a mastermind behind the pit, he does everything, he's my uh, go-to to have a moan up and so much more, albeit Sophie's worst half as well.
Sure, love that.
Yeah, there you go. That's a like straight onto the video. You'll love to see
Oh.
it. To copy, let's start off with a little intro about you. Like, when did you start your content creation journey?
Oh God, I mean, not too long ago. I think that I know the date. It's May the 1st, 2023. So a year and 2 months approaching ago. So yeah, I mean, not long ago at all. But to have some of the events I've attended, some of the opportunities I've had, some of the cool stuff we've even done together. Like, I feel very privileged to be able to done that in such a short space of time, and still unsure how we've got where we are today. To be honest.
Yeah, you have been flying as well, right? Like you say, it's only been just over a year, and like you've already achieved so much.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I'm not old, right? But obviously, 28 in this space, a lot of people look and they're like, Jesus, you're old. Because like they're all 18, 19-year-old kids, right? So that was always in the back of my head of like, if I start doing this when I was 27, like I've got to act quickly, I've got to be efficient, I've got to grind whatever hours I can while working a full-time job. So yeah, just steamroll through it. My grind never stops. And sometimes I overdo that and get burnt out. But maybe that's why I am where I am today. I'm nowhere where I want to be. I mean, compared to a lot of people, they probably look at it and go, "Yeah, you're nowhere." But I'm very happy with where I've got, and probably overachieved where I thought in the time period that I've managed to.
Yeah, 100%. And I think like you're like a staple in the Call of Duty scene now as well, right? Like everyone knows who you are, which is great. Like you see it in Toronto, like when we were chatting about it, and like the amount of people that you were speaking to, and like the stories that they were saying to you, like it's great.
Yeah, it's like it's surreal to be like, not surreal, like maybe not like that sort of feeling, like like the fanboy vibe. We never get like that around like the bigger names, but it's always just nice, I guess. Or I'm like, how did we get here? Because like 2, 3 years ago, or longer than that, 4, 5 years ago, when you used to compete, like you'd play against these names, and you'd be like, "Oh, lads, we've got a pro point against this, the top 4 seed in Europe." Like, oh my god, we're gonna get smoked. Like they're massive. Like they're like a massive personality, and then like them coming up to you and starting a conversation. Like now, I look back and I'm like, wow, I'd never have thought that. But it's nice. Everyone's pretty friendly, and I think that's one of the big things for me. Like a lot of the bigger personalities that you think aren't approachable, like they really are, and they're super friendly. And then like it's sort of the other way around to me. Big personalities that you think, yeah, they're sound, and then some of the other people you think that have time for you just don't, unfortunately. So that's one of the most surprising things for me.
Yeah, fair. Like when it comes to your content, like what is your favorite part of your content day? Like, oh no, let's say like a Saturday, right? What is your favorite part of a Saturday?
I don't, I don't know if I have a favorite part. I mean, the community cups when they first started, they were like, I think them I really look forward to. I still do when we do them, obviously, but I think they were like one of the big ones that I really, really look forward to. Like, you can't wait to get up in your setup sort of vibe, like the feeling I used to have when I used to play the good CODs. Um, Now I feel like I'm in a routine, to be honest. And I don't say that in a bad way. Like I still love it, but it's like I'm robotic, right? So I just know there's a 2K on a Saturday. I've got to do the watch party. Well, not got to, but on my schedule is go to work in the morning, like I've been for the last few weekends, get back, watch party, and then pick coverage up until like 9 p.m. and then stream. So it's like it's a very relentless schedule I have. So I just enjoy it all, is the honest way. Like, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. It's relentless and I enjoy it, which is why I can probably sort of churn days out like I do. I just love all of it. I think I said it in before, right? In one of the interviews I've done. I'm a Call of Duty enthusiast. I love it, so I can naturally talk about it forever.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. And you could definitely tell, right? Like even on the hard days when like you say, sometimes on a Saturday, especially earlier on in the season, those days were long,
Yeah.
and like you're talking on the stream, you're doing the pit stuff on the side, like it's a lot of work, and then you stream after it as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I try and stream after. That's like one of the big things is like I always want to have that portion of where like I have the stream, I have my community, like we have the downtime where I can interact and I just have that time for them people and do what I enjoy is how I started playing the game. But it's like it's a lot, right? But I always say that on stream. I'm like, I've had a busy day, like I've had a lot on. A lot of people look at that as a negative, but I don't mean it in that way. It's just like I've had a busy day, it's great, and here we are, we can have some fun.
Yeah, that's it. You get to grind, right? And like, I think you have to enjoy the grind as well, because if you don't,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna get bored after like a couple of months, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of like the biggest things for me, especially in like recent times of where it gets to like the year period and like I set this for myself, like every year I'm gonna like reevaluate where I am and where I am in life and weigh up the pros and cons and can I keep doing this? How do we move forward? And I think that was just like one of the biggest things that I don't know, Jack. Like I just love it. There's nothing else to say. I just I just enjoy it, mate, to be honest. I've just gone off on a tangent. I just love it, mate. There's nothing else to say. I can just do it all day.
No, fair, fair. So you touched on your goals there. Like, what are your goals for the next sort of 6 to 12 months?
It's a tough one. Tough one. So like going back on like the last thing I probably answering a bit better is that like you should like I have to enjoy the grind. And like originally I was setting up like, yeah, my goal is I want to do this full time, like maybe putting too much stress on like analytics, I guess, and like revenue and stuff like that. And now like I just put no pressure on it in terms of like long term goals. I just don't have any now. Now I've just tried to get into that was the most important thing for me. That is my goal is to get into a routine where I enjoy it each day and it doesn't become a chore and I'm not putting the stress on it. I think that's like my biggest thing is just enjoy it. Don't put any financial stress on it. Try and enjoy your day job the most you can. Be financially secure. Make sure that my marriage is in a good pace. Like all the bills are paid, all of that, health is good, blah blah blah. All the boring stuff that people don't want to hear. But that's that. I think that's the thing. Just being having a sustainable um journey, to be honest. And yeah, not putting stress on it. 'Cause I see a lot of people do that, especially the financial side. Like,
Yeah,
and then it breaks down. So that's for yeah. Just make it sustainable for me, and what comes comes, and what doesn't doesn't. If I enjoy it, then the end goal don't matter.
I love that. And you touched on it as well. Like, if people do try and like go full time too quickly because they love it, and it puts that stress on it, it's gonna worsen your content because you've always got that in the back of your mind. And then
Yeah,
like you see it sometimes with clips, right? Where streamers have like gone like, "Oh, I entertain you all day," blah, 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 and you don't even spend £5 to sub to me, and like
yeah.
that attitude is for me is just so strange.
Yeah, it is for me, but like I think that was one of the biggest things of like when I first like I think when I was on Kick as well, like because that's like a very streamer to streamer heavy platform where like there's not many average like your normal viewers that's just they're not there on Kick compared to like Twitch. So like you start comparing yourself naturally to others and you're like you said, like they're really forceful on like the revenue front, like forcing subs on their viewers. And I'm like, they're sitting at like 500 subs this month. I'm sitting at like 50, which is fine, but it's like should I be doing that? You start like questioning yourself, and it's just like I want to stay authentic to myself. I'm not there to bleed my viewers or stuff like that. Like I just don't see it sustainable going back on what I said before. But for some people, it works, right? I still don't really understand the formula, and I don't like to see it. But it is what it is. All I can be do, I think, all I can do in my content is just be true to myself.
Exactly, and I think you definitely are that as well. Very authentic. All right.
Appreciate it.
So I've got some quick fire questions for you now, Cop.
Oh God, I'm terrified.
The first one's like, do you think you could tell the difference between like 60 hertz and 144 hertz?
100%. 60 hertz, 144 hertz for sure.
What about like 144 to 240?
Nah, no, not a chance. I was looking at 360 hertz monitors today.
What was it in
MSI
an
one and
MSI? Yeah.
MSI one. I'm not even plugging it, but like obviously me and CNR and my like day one duo. We both got the Alienware to 80 hertz like 1440p monitor last year, and I was looking today and I was like the MSI one is like might be the best 360 hertz monitor on the market right now, and it was like cop, come on, you don't need it. You can barely notice the difference of 280 hertz. Do you need the 360? But then I'm like, OLED screen, maybe.
Yeah.
That looks incredible, and that's not like that. That's not a plug. That is like that's got me curious. But no, you can't above 144. You can't notice it. I think just because I have like a 1440p, you can. So from 1080 to 1440p, that's the big difference for me because of quality. But like the hertz now, anything over 144 is like pointless, to be honest.
I reckon though, if you went back, say you were on like 360 for a year, I reckon
Yeah,
if you went back to 144, you'd notice it. But I reckon it's like you don't notice it straight off the bat.
no, yeah, no. It's hard. I'd have to have like a 1440p 144 hertz monitor and a 1440p 360 monitor to like then distinguish that it was the hertz rather than
Yeah, you've
1440p.
got to compare apples to
Huge.
apples, right?
Yeah, 100%. But if someone wants to dash a 1440p 144 hertz monitor, I mean, I'll do the test.
Honestly, I reckon MSI. Look, this is a video for you. Get Carp one of those brand new spanking monitors. He'll love it. He'll shout it to the end of the world for you, and yeah, make some cool videos out of it.
Oh, incredible.
I mean, that wasn't very much of a quick fire. I do apologise, but
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. If we go on tangents, I mean, Quickfire weren't good for us, too.
Right, quick fire. The pit or streams?
Oh, fuck. Oh, oh, Jack. Don't be dirty. I'm gonna go, right. I'm gonna loophole this. I'm gonna go the pit because some future ideas I have can always implement that anyway. So
You're cheating, and basically fine. Okay, the pit podcast or the pit coverage?
does that include LAN events coverage? The podcast. I don't think. Yeah, the podcast. They don't like analytically. Some people might look at them compared to other stuff like within the scene, and they don't do much. But doing them, I've managed to like build that one-on-one connection with some of the players. You get a really, I think that's the biggest one for me is that you get to feel that hunger inside and just how driven that individual is to reach their goal. And I always think that's pretty cool. So definitely the podcast.
I love that. I love that. MSI or any other monitor brand?
MSI because I would have said Alienware before. So literally, I got MSI 144, then upgraded to the 280 Alienware because it was the only one on the market at the time with the Samsung one. But that MSI, mate, that 361 is MSI all day long.
Love it. Love it. Favorite event to date?
Oh shit! Oh, just ever.
Ever?
World War Two, Birmingham. Yeah, World War Two, Birmingham. That was like, well, just to get me back to that format, just that open bracket, like anything like that. And then I think BO4 London's like a lot of people say, but World War Two Birmingham, I generally loved Birmingham events. Like I think just the NEC in general, so catered to like everything's there, right? Like it's
Yeah.
been Birmingham, it's slightly well, it's cheaper than London, like easier to get to in terms of like driving and stuff. Yeah. World War Two, Birmingham, mate. For
Love it. And what about like in the last year? Like we've done like World Series of Warzone, we've done Apex, we were in Boston, you went to Toronto.
yeah, the Katana one.
Katana.
We've been about Jack, Jesus Christ. Um, Boston, Boston for me. Preferred Boston over Toronto. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, a lot of people will say the otherwise. I enjoyed Toronto. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, Boston, 100%. That's the place next year. That's the place I want to go back to next year. If there's another Toronto event, I'm not really that fast, but Boston's the one I want to go to, and hopefully, I'd love that to be before Christmas. I'd like to bring like the pre-Christmas one back and be in Boston.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Right. I think I know the answer to this one, but live or online? Like lands or online?
Oh, land all day, like bin the online cheese off. Like, love the streams and stuff like that. So like that, take that out. But like anything else online, like just get me to lands where like the accountable people turn up and like we've got that passion direct with the players and stuff. Just LAN. More needs to be on LAN.
Hopefully this year we can have like so many more lands in the next 12 months. Fingers crossed. All right, we're on to the final section, Cop, and I think we've done pretty well. We said 20-minute limit. We're at 15, and there's like 3 questions left.
I'm impressed.
You got a bit of leeway here with your answers. Right, one piece of advice for a newcomer.
Oh, player or content creator?
Let's go for both. One of
Hmm.
each.
Player, don't be too loyal. Don't get stuck around your friends too much. Don't restrict yourself. If you're better than your group of friends, just be realistic and try and excel yourself. The current scene dynamic. And content creator, I'd say, yeah, just try and enjoy your craft. Just don't put any financial stress on it. Don't, yeah, just don't put financial stress on it, and just make sure you enjoy the craft and make everything community driven.
Love that. 2 things you wish you knew last year.
Now, mate, you need to extend this episode by 40 minutes because, my lord, there'd be some names on that list. But I won't go into names. No, I'm joking. There's a few. 2 things I wish I knew this time last year. Um, just how long the days would be, to be honest. I was probably a bit naive to that. Like, yeah, on a grinder, sure, but like everyone gets tired. Um, probably just, yeah, I was naive on how long shit would take. And then, oh, 2, I don't know. It might just be that one, Jack, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might just be that one. Yeah, just, yeah, that.
I think that's a
Yeah.
good sign though. Like if you only have like 1 or like 2's a bit of a push. Like
Oh, no, there is a lonely one, a bit depressing one. Is I wish I knew sometimes how lonely it can be, to be honest. It's a bit of a down answer, but like someone said it to me, like as you start rising and stuff like that, and like people just like that don't do much, they perceive you to be bigger than you are, and like you're out of like touch or stuff like that. Like some days are lonely, to be honest. Just like people you used to chill with aren't there because they think you're busy, and like you just lose the communication with a lot of people. So yeah, just how lonely some days would be.
oh,
Yeah.
always here for a chat, mate.
I'm good. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's just like there used to be like a room full of people, and then some days you just like it's like midnight, and you're like, oh, me.
Yeah, fair. Right, and the last thing we have 3 hopes for the new Call of Duty.
Free. Um, a better path to pro system. Hopefully, they implement like something like the Halo, of where open bracket players can play the top teams on LAN. Brings more sustainability for brands to invest. Blah blah blah. The normal stuff I preach. Um, well, it's going to be better broadcasts. Hopefully, Face It start promoting like that side more. Like they start trying to push their brand out there more. Get some broadcasts going. Um, more player streams are always fantastic. I'd love to see some more of the players make a brand of themselves because there's some fantastic people there, and just more shit on land, Jack.
Yeah.
More lands, mate.
Do you reckon we'll ever get to a point like where at the beginning of the CDL they were meant to be having like events every other week or whatever, like around the world.
Yeah,
Do you think we'll ever get back to that point, or
I
like
think we,
one LAN it every month?
I think we can. Oh, 100% we can. My straight concern there is the sustainability for brands like yourself because of how much that would cost to get to them. Um, but if they can bring in a sustainable structure, right, then for sure, like there's no reason. Like if they can increase prize pools and share the money around a little bit more, then yeah, for sure.
I'm going to go a little bit off topic here, but I've seen it with Halo, right? If you qualify for the majors, they'll give you a travel stipend. So like, you could have that, right? You could run online leagues or whatever, and then the top X amount of teams get their travel funded through an org. So then, the org benefits because they've got representation, then the players benefit because they get their travel covered.
Well, no, yeah, I think that's a big one that other esports do, but it's like champs, right? And like, well, we do it for champs, nothing else. But then, like, I know Apex does it. I don't know if Halo. I know other esports do it. Is where you qualify for an event, or you know, you top 16, top 32 for an event. You're fully funded there. Then an org doesn't have to pay for the travel. They can then give the player a small salary, a decent salary. Like it's everything's just more sustainable. Like it just needs to be more money down here. To be honest, I don't know. They need to get their thinking caps back on.
Love it. Love it. Well, Copy, thank you very much. We've only just gone over 20 minutes. Absolutely smashed it.
It's gone so quick.
I know, mate. Well, you know, every time me and Copy get on the call, we're literally like, just a short one, and then an hour and 20 minutes later, we're like, fucking hell, where's the time gone? Probably shouldn't swear in this, but you know.
Oh, I've dropped a few. They've slipped off the tongue. That's on me. But I changed from being the person that interviews to being interviewed. So I mean, there wasn't no guidelines. That's on you interviewing.
That is on me. It is on me. But until next time, Cop, we will see you soon.
Adios.